Good morning, all. This is Grandison Shines from Direct Business Marketing, Chief Marketing Officer here, and today we're going to start a whole new series of Get Direct webinar series videos. Okay, so today we're going to kick off our initiative for the marketing plans. I remember a while back we promised to deliver marketing action plans. So with these action plans or these marketing plans, I'll use those two synonymously. We are going to tell you what to do, how to do it, where to do it, kind of thing, right? And in fact, we're going to incorporate, if you have a certain dollar amount of budget per month, here's what we will do, here's what we've tested, here's what we know what works, okay? So today we're going to start off with a zero budget marketing plan. So if you have $0 to invest, or you want to just start off in not investing any money in your marketing plan, so we're going to start talking about what to do, where to do it, and we're going to make sure that you track the results. We're going to have a running series of this for the zero budget. Remember, if we go to before we go there, I'm going to just make sure we capitalize on this first. But remember, we always talk about 5 different marketing activities, right? 5 different lead generators that we want to incorporate in the marketing. We'll revert to that here in a second. We'll show our little handy diagram here. But so there you have the diagram there. But we're going to talk about what we're going to do from an overview standpoint first, what we're going to capitalize, we're going to talk about in these marketing plans. So let's talk about the overview. So when you have a marketing plan, it's imperative that you outline the activities, outline the things that you're going to be doing. So we're going to give you that. So for all of you who are in the Short Estate Calculator Network, we're going to give you the marketing plans, the action plans that you can incorporate in your marketing right now, starting today with zero budget. I'm sure you have the systems that we're going to talk about already laid. We already provide all of the marketing materials, so all you have to do is just kind of plug and play what we're going to talk about here, okay? So for this reason, we created this whole series of documents. Again, today's zero budget. That's going to go for like the next 5 weeks. We're going to do like 250, then 500, 1,000, 2,000, however many that we feel that we need to present to you. And at the end of each series, we're going to present a master document for you to download that will incorporate those 5 pieces of information that we're talking about from a marketing standpoint. So the next slide talks about, remember, when we are online marketing, we have 2 things that we have to market for and satisfy, okay? We have to give the search engines what they want. That's number 1. So all the keyword phrases and everything else, we'll be talking about that throughout this whole entire series. And then point number 2, you have to also satisfy the human psyche. There are certain things, humans, that we haven't changed in quite a bit in terms of things that we want. So we want to make sure that you deliver that information in this marketing plan. Again, it's all laid out for you. So let's kick this off again with our handy little diagram here. Now this capitalizes, you'll see this in all of the marketing plans because this capitalizes on our marketing truth number 11, generate, store, capture, nurture. You have to do that in terms of the leads. There are 5 lead generating activities that we're going to talk about. And then once that traffic gets there, okay, so now it has to convert, and the website will help do that, convert over into a lead. It's not a lead for us until they at least give you their name and their email address, again, at the very, very least. With the Short Estate Calculator, you get a lot more information than that, but again, that lead has to give you something. This is what we call the direct response marketing. You're going to ask for something and they're going to give it to you. You're directly marketing to that person and they're responding to what you're putting out there, okay? So we capture the information via the web form. We store the information in the back end of our system, and for some of you who have the Enhanced Plus, it integrates with your Wise Agent, Top Producer, all the other lead management systems that you use, and then we nurture it. You can put the nurturing on autopilot with the drip campaigns that we have. And then at the same time, you should be picking up the phone and calling them, okay? So let's go forward. Let's talk about video blogging. So again, actually, let's go back to this one slide here. Let's look at these 5 here in the orange. That's what we're going to talk about. Today we're going to talk about 1. We're going to talk about video blogging, okay? So now let's go to video blogging. So video blogging can do so much for your search engine optimization. Remember, we have to satisfy what and give the search engine what it wants. So Fortunately, we target YouTube because Google owns YouTube, and 90 or 80% of the market actually they look at Google first in order to search for information. Their engine is like the number one in the market. The search engine is number one in the market. So Google owning YouTube is a big proponent for you in marketing, because if you've ever done a search, and you've heard me say this before, if you've ever done a search and they pull up a little video from YouTube, well, that's a big benefit for you, okay? So let's talk about the videos. Make short 2 to 3 minute videos, okay? And short sales is a very vast topic in and of itself. So you can take a subject and just chop it up into these 2 to 3 minute chunk videos. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, however many parts you need in order to answer the questions. We'll talk about the types of questions or types of videos you'll be making here in a second. Okay? Again, we post them on YouTube. And one of the main things that I'm giving you able to download here is to download our video best practices document. Okay, so in this best practices document, we tell you how to title the video, how to use the tags appropriately, how to make sure that you write the description appropriately. All those things matter, using the keyword phrases in the appropriate places. From there, you're going to post it up to your short or stay calculator. It has the blogging function. You got to use it, got to use it, got to use it. If you haven't used it thus far, I'm going to point the finger at you and say, shame on you. I'm going to give you that finger because well, not the finger, but, my pointer finger, because we believe that you should be marketing on that site. You should be developing a community of people that will come back, and you should be demonstrating your expertise. That's the main thing you have to do, is demonstrate your expertise, okay? So if we talk about what else should be in the video, hyperlink to the description box, or in the description box directly to your shortest day calculator. Frequency, at the very least, once a week. We know you're busy, but take some time out. 20 minutes, maybe. Not even 20 minutes. I'm talking about 20 minutes total to make a video, upload it to YouTube, and do all the descriptions and everything else. Take 20 minutes and do it at least once a week. Now, you will see that you'll find and you'll have better results with more blog posts, okay? The more you post, the more better results you're going to have, and the more you've demonstrated your expertise, and the more leads that you will generate, okay? That's what we see out there, okay? So from there, if we go to the next slide, let's talk about the types of videos that you should be making. Now, there's a lot of content already on the site, and you can take some of the content that we have on the site and turn those into videos when we talk about the questions. But at the same time, there are other questions that I see when I visit a site. For like when a client comes on board, we always talk about their main site. Well, not always, but most of the time we talk about their main site. I like to see their main site when they're talking about short sales. There's a lot of other questions on there. And plus, the end user, the person who's going to be using your calculator, has a lot of questions. So you want to answer FAQs. So if I give you this formula here, we're going to go 10 questions for FAQs, 10 questions for should ask questions. We'll talk about those in a second. And then at the end, we're going to talk about how to really tie this all together, right? So here we have frequently asked questions. Develop 10 of those. That's 10 videos or more. If an FAQ has an extended answer, then you can have part 1 and part 2, part 3, right? So you can have at least 10 videos. Now, they have questions that are very frequent out there, and you can find those on the internet. They can find those on the internet too. But there's some questions they should ask that they might not be asking you. So you do videos on questions that they should ask. Now, what is this going to do? Remember, we're satisfying two things here. The search engine giving it what they want, and the human psyche. The human psyche, they want information. We are consumers of information. So when you start giving them that information, what does that do? Breaks down the barriers, because people buy from who they, and I know you heard me say it before, so finish it with me. People buy from who they know, like, and trust, right? So if you give them that information and continue to give them information that they didn't even know that they should be asking you, because you are the expert, right? If you answer those questions for them, now you start getting into their head here, and they're like, this person really knows what they're talking about, right? This person has it pretty good. Now, there's some important things about the video. You want to make sure that the video has, at the end, a call to action. do not make a video without the call to action or telling them what to do. There's another part of the human psyche where they watch a video, they're thinking like, what do I do next? What do I do next? What do I do next? What should I do next? They're on the calculator site. The one thing we want them to do in the calculator site is put in their name information so they can get the free report. So just make it a soft sell. It doesn't have to be a hard sell. Make it a very soft sell to simply put your name and email address in the form right here to my right, and or up above, however you want to point it, depending if the video's down low or if the video's right there on the side, however you want to do that. But make sure you ask for the information, and that will solidify a lot of the lead generation activities that you're going to get. I mean, you will even increase. Now, just by asking for the order, you can increase your lead generation by 30%, or somewhere around there, or maybe a little lower, but you're going to increase it just by telling them what to do. They're already thinking in their mind, what do I do, what do I do, what do I do, right? Tell them what to do. So here's my information. Grandison Shines, my number here, my email address. Feel free to contact me anytime. And if you have any questions, I will be more than happy. If I am not busy, I always try to answer the phone if I'm not in a meeting. So look forward to having more conversations with you regarding the Get Direct marketing series, along with the marketing action plans that we will have set for you. Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.